Good morning, good morning. So I have one question for you, one question. Do you struggle with confidence? Do you struggle with confidence? Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 myths about self-confidence. So welcome, welcome. I'm super excited that you're here. So if you're catching me on the replay, drop in a 1 and say #replay. And if you're joining me live, say hello, jump in the chat and let me know that you're here. I'm also going to be sharing with you not just that, but I have a big event coming up. And I did this event called Moms Create a Movement back in December, and it was a huge hit. Why? Because I bring on amazing women in different entities to teach you how to grow your business as a woman online, right? In this online space that we're living in. I'm bringing on the second Moms Creative Movement Conference coming up this coming Monday, May the 3rd. So if you haven't registered yet, make sure to register. Hey, Diana, nice to see you here. Make sure that you register because I am bringing on so many more women. This is a whole different conference, but it's number 2, I should say, number 2, right, of Moms Create a Movement. So if you were there for number 1, you don't want to miss number 2. There's going to be free gifts. There is going to be other women in different business models, right, but sharing their success and how they've gotten there. So whether you're a network marketer, you're a coach, or you're a service provider of some sort, you do not want to miss this. Okay, I'm going to drop the link below so you have it. So depending on where you're at catching me, you could be on YouTube, you could be in my private community. I will make sure that I hit them all, but right now it is in my business page at Becky in Charge. So today, let me introduce myself before I get ahead of myself. My name is Becky LaFave. I'm better known as Becky in Charge because I love to, and there's Miss Stella barging in. Hello, Miss Stella. Say hello to Stella. So I empower, She's cracking me up, sorry. I empower female entrepreneurs on how to build a personal brand right here on social media that builds that influence, right? And builds that trust to share your mission and your story, to get that brand out there so you have this money-making brand, right? And that's what we're all looking for, is to be able to help other women out there build a business. And we know if you are on here, you are part of that community, right? You are a coach, a network marketer. You have something to offer, and you're wanting to get your message out there. So today, I want to share with you the 5 myths to self-confidence, because as a business owner for the last 29 years, I have been really obsessed in learning and observing, what this looks like. Why do so many women, or just in general, why do so many people struggle with self-confidence, right? With self-confidence. And no judgment here, but I've also asked this in a large room of very successful people. So I want you to raise your hand if you have ever felt not confident, or maybe you're not feeling confident right now. If you've ever not felt confident, raise your hand, because most of us should be all raising our hand at one point in our lives, right? And I asked this in a room of 300 successful entrepreneurs. And 80% of that room raised their hand. Now, they probably all should have raised their hand, but some are going to be arrogant enough and not to, and that's okay. You do you, right? But let's face it, we're all not so confident all the time. But here's the thing. So you're not alone. So if you're feeling like, oh God, Becky, I feel this way, you can quickly snap out of this, right? You can quickly snap out. It's not confidence all the time. It's just not true. We can't be confident 100% all the time. We can be confident in certain things. We can be confident in certain areas, but we're always constantly growing. Drop a 3 below if you would agree with that statement. We are always constantly growing. So let's talk about these myths. Okay, so I'm going to drop them. And if you're on here and you can support another sister and you can drop number 1 in there, number 1, confidence comes naturally. Confidence comes naturally. This is not true. This is not true. You have to give yourself permission. Give yourself permission. And I know that sounds silly, but you really do. You need to give yourself permission to step up and be confident. You know, when you are competent in what you're doing and you know it, that's where confidence comes. Okay. Like I said earlier, we're always learning. So if you're learning, you might not feel so confident in that area, and that's okay, because you can be confident in another area, right? So give yourself permission. This is a huge one. Give yourself permission. Number 2, confident people deal with challenging situations with ease. This is so not true. Keeping your commitments to yourself, you will gain that confidence that you need over the long term. When you say yes to something and you don't show up and you don't show up to your commitments, really what happens to you is your confidence really starts to decline. So if you're busy building your confidence and you're constantly not keeping your commitments to what you said you were going to do. So let's say, for instance, I say, are you doing a live program, a live video every week on your page? And this is something that I encourage and I coach my students to do. And I show up every Wednesday at 10 a.m. to teach you something, whether it's an empowerment, whether it's a marketing advice, something about social media to grow your business. I have made that commitment. Right? I made that commitment. And so when you're not in alignment with your commitments, your confidence tends to go backwards. So you got to stay committed to your word. Okay. Number 3, good looks equals high self-esteem. Let me say this again. Number 3, good looks equals high self-esteem. So not true. Right? You know, the thing of it is I always teach on is make sure that you surround yourself with other confident people. Why? Because while you're building yours up, while you're building your business, while you're getting your customers, your clients, and getting those wins and doing the things, you got to surround yourself with a community of women that are lifting you up and providing that for you, that confidence that you need. Because here's the cool thing. You can borrow their confidence, right? You can borrow their confidence while you're growing yours. And that's so important. Number 4, confidence is about a physical presence. Confidence is about physical presence. Well, this is a yeah and a nah, but here's the thing. You are going to be way more confident when you are prepared. I don't show up for these live videos without being prepared, right? I don't show up without being prepared because I want you to get something out of this. If I'm just showing up, and I see a lot of people out there doing live video and they're just showing up and not prepared, don't have anything to really have a strategy around it. Why are they doing this, right? My job is to show up and empower you with the words that I'm sharing in hopes that you grab a hold and take action in whatever I share with you. I come prepared, right? So where's my level of confidence? Very confident because I know what I'm going to be speaking on. Now, if you're just showing up online and you don't have a strategy behind it, you don't have a plan, you're just posting and praying and you're just doing all the things, well, if you're not getting customers and you're not building that business of your dreams, then you're probably not going to be very confident in what you're doing because you're not prepared. You don't have the roadmap, right? You don't have a roadmap to success. And so if I'm gonna put this out here right now. If you're looking for a strategy, right? If you're looking for a strategy like Becky, I need a strategy that how do I show up daily? What am I supposed to do on the daily basis? How do I make this happen? If you have not had a strategy call with me yet, then drop in strategy call, because I'll be happy to set up a 15-minute consultation with you and share some of my ideas. And I've had so many students walk away with mind blown because there's one thing that I shared that's halted them, right? They just went for it and started making it happen. So that might be the only thing that you need, right? It's some people think that it's all of a sudden it's this, they need to change everything. No, it could be one little tweak that makes your business fly. One little tweak. It's crazy, but it's true. Okay, number 5, confident people don't worry how they look or sound. This is so not true. Of course, everybody, we're human beings, right? So many people are nervous to put themselves out there, especially live video, because they're afraid, like, what do I look like? What are people going to perceive me? I don't have my perfect hair. I don't have that. It's none of that. It's your own fear of being judged. Instead of turn that around, create the energy and the focus that you are of the person on the other side of who you want to serve, right? Who is it that you want to help? I want to help 100 women this year, 100 women figure out their personal brand, right? Figure out their personal brand, their mission statement. So that empowers them, gives them the confidence to be able to step forward and stay focused and build their business and show them the strategy on social media and how to build it. That is what I'm focused on. And so I know my strategy behind that is that's why I show up and I do what I do, right? And so if you're looking for that, make sure to take me up on this, okay? So create the energy, right? People love energy. And what does that do? That totally builds your confidence, okay? So confidence is just a belief in you, a belief that you can go out there and help somebody else, a belief that you have what it takes that if one human being hears my message today and says, she's speaking directly to me, I need her help. I need her, right? I was reading this book. I'm reading this book. Oh, let me find it. It's so good, and it's something that you might want to listen to. It is called the accuracy to be a queen. And she talks about how we do not give ourselves permission to be coached, to be mentored, to be helped. We don't raise our hand because we have been taught to be strong, do it yourself. Where back in the days when women were being raised, right, it was different. It was way different than the women that we are today. And we don't allow ourselves to give each other permission to raise our hands and say, oh no, I'll be able to figure it out myself. I'll be able to do it myself. Where back in the day, they asked for help in every aspect of their life. They had people mentoring them as they were growing up in life, as even into adulthood, they had mentors constantly showing them the way. Today's women have a difficult time asking for help. How do I know? I've always been her too. I had to learn to raise my hand. I have a coach, a mentor all year round. I have not had one. I've had one, I want to say it's been 7 years now that I have a mentor at all times, because I'm constantly leveling myself up, and I hope, my friend, that you are too, right? So it's important to raise your hand and ask for help if you really want to get somewhere that you don't have all the answers to, right? All right, well, that is the 5 myths about self-confidence. And listen, if you haven't got into that conference yet, Don't miss out, because there is going to be so many golden nuggets. Could be that one nugget that you went, that's what I needed. That's what I needed to hear today. That could change everything in your business. So don't miss out on that. Make sure to grab the link below, and I look forward to seeing you then. If you ever have any questions, always feel free to message me. All right. Until next Wednesday, take care.